Welcome to my YouTube, Kay and Wade. You can call me Kelsey, you can call me Wade. Either way, here I am. So, with this vlog, if you watched my last vlog, you know that I completed world building. I did enough world building to where I felt comfortable to moving on to the next step. I'm itching to start writing. With this vlog, we're going to complete character profiles, basically. I have general senses of main characters. I do need to do more outlines for other characters that I feel like are going to come into play kind of early on in the story. They're just going to be present. They're not going to play super big roles. But point is, even with my main characters, my main female NC and the love interest, I feel like I need to redo their character profiles. I kind of already started doing that. I felt like, you know, I had ocean traits. I had all the stuff on there. They were almost too detailed. So detailed to where I feel like it almost made it feel like they were unwritable. So with this, I want to make more lived-in character profiles. So I want to do more along the lines of doing small snippet paragraphs that describe really important events that occurred to them, how this event changed them, how this event kind of made them who they are for the beginning of the story. And with that, it'll make them feel more real, feel more believable. I want it to feel like it's someone that I know, that I'm describing, and I know their soul versus like that's how they are on the outside. Does that make sense? Seems really really extra, but the point is that I feel like by doing this, it'll be much easier to start the book. I mean, I feel like it's a lot of growth because with my current work in progress, my whip, it is called Gods and Project Gods. Whatever. People always put project before their whip. So this is Project Gods. I don't have a real title for it or anything. Some point I will. I'm planning on it to be more than one book, a trilogy at most. Perhaps a duology, but I already know the overall outline that I want for this first book. And that's all that matters. So with this project, it does follow my main character, female character, Tala. She is in an interesting position, but without giving away too much, it's overall a big journey story, not coming of age, but finding yourself, saving the world, all that good stuff. And obviously there's a main love interest. And also with these character profiles, I will finally be deciding if I want to do a enemies to lovers or a friends to lovers story. I've been really torn on this, like super torn on it. I personally love enemies to lovers, and I mean kind of like of all varieties. Like it doesn't have to be that they absolutely want to kill each other, or it doesn't have to be, you know, I don't know, they tease each other because they just find each other annoying. I just generally overall like enemies to lovers. I actually like friends to lovers too, if it's like unrequited love that you just feel for forever, right? So I can't decide with these profiles. I'll finally be deciding because it's very minor changes that I would have to make it either way, because the love interest still ends up same place around the same time, regardless of how I decide to do his previous events. But anyways, we're gonna do that. I also want to do, I kind of already started doing it, but I want to do vision boards for every character, you know, just character boards, I guess, so that I have an overall sense of what they look like, because I do kind of already have an overall sense of what they all look like, but I have found it is really annoying when you visually don't have that to look at as you're working on them. So I'm gonna do them for everyone. I have some tertiary characters and whatnots that I really need to complete their profiles more than anyone else's, but we're gonna do that. So starting today, it is a Sunday, September 8th, I think. Don't quote me on that, but starting today, I'm gonna work on it for about a week. I do work later today, but as you can see, I mean, like I'm walking, so I'm wearing the tank top. I'll change when I get to work, but I'm already ready for work. So literally I have a couple of hours today, so I'll be doing probably a lot of it today. And we'll just see how long it takes me. I'm going to take as long as I need, but not longer than I need. Kind of like how I did with the world building. So, because I don't want to get stuck and I don't want to feel bogged down. Unless it's a really important detail I need to know before I write once upon a time on the first page, then I'm not really going to worry about it. It'll fix itself in the end. I'm obviously doing more than one draft, but I want to feel secure in writing the first draft to a point where I don't stop writing the first draft to go add stuff. So, balance, baby. So yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so this is just a little peek at my characters page that I'm working on. So here's one, and yeah, you can expand it in Notion. I don't know how experienced you are with Notion. It kind of just depends on how much you use it, but yeah. So anyways, so basic biography by years, you know, appearance, all that stuff. I did some key traits, but these are the defining events I want to work on. So, like I said, to make them feel more lived in, but yeah, and I did all of these in Canva. So, in case any, you know, you can look up just Notion header and do a blank one, and then you just can upload your files and then just, you know, organize them how you want. And I use the free version of Canva to do that. So yeah, anywho, and usually the files are small enough to use as covers. I don't think they gauge the megabyte size of the file, but if you probably did this like into your Notion page directly instead of a cover, you might hit that. When you have free Notion, it does have a limit on file sizes. So anyways, I could show you a screen grab of this, but I just figured I'd try showing you like this and just see how it goes. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm working on. I've had a slow morning. I uploaded some reels to some of my social media accounts, and I've kind of just been chilling. I have Gilmore Girls on as I work on my character profiles. It's not exactly as intensive as writing. So, and I'm standing just because tonight when I go to work, oh my god, I ate, and so now I guess I'm burping. But yeah, since I go to work tonight, I'll be sitting my entire shift, so this was like a newer addition, my standing legs or whatever. So I'm gonna work a little bit more. So the big thing is that I knew that I needed to add in more tertiary characters, you know, like not important characters, but characters that are still going to be present to move the story plot along. Because as I had looked over my last outline, it's like, you know, there's a section for blunders, and I'm like, cool, what is she gonna blunder, right? Like, what's gonna like mess up the journey? And I realized, you kind of need, if you're not gonna have physical or natural obstacles for your character, you need people as obstacles. So anyways, so therefore I'm creating characters to help with those obstacles, because necessarily there's not really much as far as physical or environmental factors that are gonna help, like, cause issues. Maybe some physical factors in that, like, if she loses modes of transportation and stuff like that, but mostly I want her to experience new people, run into new people, have new conversations, and these conversations will move forward the plot and like the subplots with other characters that are important in the story is kind of what I'm envisioning. So I'm kind of working on those, and yeah, I feel like that's kind of going to be the bulk of what this week is coming up with more people. So yeah, let's get to it. Which is my Friday for the week. So upside is obviously it was on and off as far as getting my character profiles done for the past week. Obviously I started this vlog knowing that I'd be going through the work week, but I'm off tomorrow and the day after, so I'm gonna do the bulk of it. Tomorrow I'll actually be waking up early. I have a few things to do, but then I'll have time, so I really want to wrap them up. And I won't lie, so when I'm at work, I kind of binge listen to book content, like authortube content, so I'm deep in all these thoughts when I'm at work about writing, and my work is very muscle memory, so don't worry. Yeah, I just keep thinking of character arcs, defining who my characters are, making sure their traits make sense, and it's like, I'm so torn. I'm, you know, as I said at the beginning of this vlog, I'm kind of changing the layout of how I did my characters' pages, and now I feel like I'm doing it again. I mean, obviously they have to have backstory. You have to know their backstory to know how their backstory affects how they currently are in the book, in my opinion. So I feel like that's something you can't avoid. But, you know, I want to know their character arcs more or less. I'm trying to decide how to do them, because your character arcs are going to be affected if your book is more than one book, which I'm pretty sure mine's going to be at least a duology and maybe a trilogy. So you have to decide if you want their character arc to overarch all of the books, or if you just want it to each book have a kind of a different arc. You know, they have their same personality, but they go on different character arc journeys between all of them. Like maybe I'll focus more on, you know, a subplot part of their arc in the first book, and then more of their main plot arc in the second book. I just haven't really decided, and I feel like that's more of a concern, maybe more for like my main character, because I've kind of made her the most complex. I feel like the rest of them, they only do certain things within the first book, so I feel that a lot of them might have full arching arcs over multiple books, if that makes sense, instead of separating them. But for cohesion, maybe I should make it to where all of them had different arcs within each book, but that's not really necessary. And then beyond that, I want to do what they need and what they want, because I never really have done that, but I know that I should, so that I know that how their actions are affected by events that occur to them. So I'm trying to keep it simple. I really am. So backstory, perhaps character arc as much as I can get done, but for sure needs and wants. That's like a demand, not for issues and giggles, you know? And then I've added in extra characters into the story, but to be honest, I think some of it I might just have to be kind of a pantser. When it comes to Preptober, I'll be doing more outlining. Because I do have a basic outline, but I kind of want to go more in depth into outlining, because I think my biggest issue is I don't outline enough, and I'm kind of a terrible pantser. I've been writing since I was in high school, and I mean, it's been a minute, and no, I have never finished a manuscript, but I'm pretty sure I have never finished a manuscript because I always try to be a pantser, and like, I'm not. Like, respect to pantsers out there, because I can never. I don't even think I could be what do they call it? A plantser, where you're a pantser and a plotter. I don't even think I could do that. I'm pretty sure I'm a straight up plotter, like, because I'm someone who, in general in life, I'm a planner. So I don't know why I think that I don't need to plan a whole book. That's really stupid of me. But the point is, aside the fact, I'm gonna get as much of the characters done because I think Preptober, I'm gonna be doing a lot of intensive activity when it comes to plotting and subplotting. Probably won't do much writing today. I want to do some videos editing and then, yeah, maybe, no, not maybe, tomorrow and the day after I will be finishing character profiles, period. So yeah, I'll see you later. My baby. Hi. Sorry if the lighting isn't very good and you can hear Pixel drinking water. But it is Friday morning. I'm very tired. You know, I know there's so many people out there who like thrive off of like 5 hours of sleep. I'm not one of them. I'm too old for that. Anyways, that's besides the point. I woke up earlier than usual so I could take my boyfriend to work so I could have the car, because Pixel has to get a vaccination done later since we have to board her before we leave to go back home and visit. Yeah, got up earlier than usual today. As you can tell, I'm dressed, I'm going to the gym. We just went for our walk, me and Pixel. She ate some breakfast. And then, yeah, so be back, take her to get her vaccine done. I'm a shower. Yeah, and then I'm writing, well, doing character stuff the rest of the day, and then maybe grocery shopping, question mark, but otherwise no plans for the day. So busy morning to have a free day later. So yeah. Because things never go to plan, I was literally about to write, and it's weird, don't mind the fact that I'm on my laptop, but in front of my computer, but I have to go pick up my mans. So after that, we're doing this.
Hey, it's me.
Saturday. It has officially been a week, maybe an extra day. We'll see at the end of this video when I get to editing. But I kind of finally already decided on specific things I'm going to put in each character's profile, and now I'm just wrapping that up. So I think I'm going to be able to start doing my actual Preptober next week. So basically doing the outlines, whatnot. So I leave for my trip in a couple of days, in 3 days, maybe 4 days. I'm really tired. It's that time of the month. So anyways, but yeah, I'm finishing it up. My doggy just came in from her walk. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one.